Well, hi, hello, and a warm welcome to this week's video, where I'm going to be sharing with you the best ways to market your art in 2021. Now, if you've been struggling with getting yourself or your artwork or art services out there and making sales, then this video is just going to clarify a few things for you, and I'm hoping get you super excited about the topic of marketing. And stay right to the end too, because as the world starts to shift again and things start to open up, I want to share with you a marketing strategy that has been brilliant for me over the years and is definitely going to be within grasp for you very, very soon, if not right now. Intrigued? Stay to the end and I will share all of it. Now, if you're new to this channel, my name is Sophie Mahir and I help artists make a living from their art or creativity by building a stable, profitable business doing what they love. So if you'd like more tips and tricks on how to build your art business, then you're in the right place. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoy the content, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to get notified every single time I post a new video. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. Let's find out what are the best ways to market your art in 2021. Now, if you watch one of my previous videos here, the Simple Art Marketing Plan, then you'll have an idea of the bigger picture and all the things you want in place before you actually go and work on the specific strategies. In this video, I want to share with you 4 different ways that you could market your art specifically relevant to this year and forwards and going forwards. All right, so number 1, and likely the one that you feel the most resistant to, is email marketing. How many times have I talked to artists either in my membership or artists that I meet on workshops or out and about, and they all say to me, I don't know what to put in my emails, or I haven't got the list going, or I've got a spreadsheet with a few names, but I haven't actually done that thing you said I should do. So for some reason, what I think is the number 1 way that you can easily market your art is the one that brings up the most resistance. Interesting or interesting? So email marketing at the top of my list. Why? Not everyone's on social media. Everybody's got email. They likely will open it at work or first thing in the morning or late at night. Emails get read. Social media has got its own algorithm and has its own place, and we'll talk about that a little bit further on. But for right now, email is a brilliant way for you to build trust and connection with your audience. It's a way of staying in touch. It's also permission-based. So somebody will give permission and ask to be on your mailing list because they're saying, I want to hear more from you. I want to find out more. So this is, for me, the most efficient way to market any business. And so right up there at number 1. All right, so in number 2 is YouTube. And this is exactly where you're watching this video on, right? So what do we know about YouTube? It's a search engine. There's an audience already there looking for content. So if you teach art or anything creative that you do, or you deliver any type of workshop, you actually create content of any type that can be done via video, then YouTube is a fantastic place for you. Because not only can you just be found and people subscribe to your channel, but it's also a way to build your mailing list so that you can then do number 1 and send out emails. There's the nice element too of this visual element. People can watch you and feel a little bit more connection with you rather than perhaps listening on a podcast or reading something. So that visual media of video, as we know on many other platforms, is super popular. So if you think YouTube could be for you, do you know what? Give us a shout out in the comments. If you say, hey, I've already got a YouTube channel, or that's a pretty good way to market my art, I'm thinking of starting one. Give us a shout in the comments, as we'd love to know who is going to choose YouTube as their core marketing strategy for 2021. So number 3 is another search engine. You've guessed it, it's Pinterest. All right, why do you think I'm choosing platforms that already have people on? It's making your life easier. Why would you want to do marketing onto a blank canvas where there's nobody there? Wouldn't you rather put your content in front of people who are already looking? I know I would. So Pinterest is great for you if you, guess what, also teach, create content of any type, and or you have lots of products. Perhaps you have an Etsy store or you've got all your products on Shopify. Then Pinterest is an absolutely perfect place for you to market your art or your art content. and I'm going to do more videos on how to use Pinterest, so look out for those coming really, really soon. Okay, it's a high what we call traffic builder. So it's going to send lots and lots and lots of eyes onto your website or onto the sales platform that you have chosen to promote your work. All right, so that's number 3. So we have email marketing so far, we have YouTube, and we have Pinterest. What do we think is coming in at number 4? It's fairly obvious. It is social media, with the caveat that don't put all your eggs in one basket here. I really recommend that social media is not a primary marketing strategy. Listen, it's great for brand awareness. It's great for sort of just getting people a bit more aware of you. And when you get a large number of followers, you know, maybe the 100,000 plus, and you know that a good core number of those are your audience, then sure, you start tagging products and you're making sales. But until that moment, it really is just kind of adding weight to what you're already doing. And as far as we're concerned, it's not what I would call a core marketing strategy. Not only that, as we know, the primary platforms on social media love to change things up. So just as you've got something that you think is working, you think, I know, I'm just going to do live video on my Facebook page. Facebook comes along and changes the rules. And suddenly what you were doing is no longer working quite so well. All right, so by choosing social media as a core marketing platform, you're putting your eggs in somebody else's basket and you have no idea what's going to be happening over the coming months. So ideally, you want to get people off those platforms and onto your mailing list anyway. You own your mailing list. I talk about this in other videos. The link is below in the description below. So super, super important not to rely on this. Should you be doing it as well as the other things? Yes, definitely. And we know that Facebook has its own ways of doing things, and there's videos coming on Facebook and Instagram. Check out my playlist on Instagram if you want to know a little bit more about what you should be doing on Instagram as well. Now, I promised you a 4th strategy. That's something that's really, I think, coming back in post the whole pandemic scenario. Drum roll, what is it? I hear you cry. It's live events. Now you might say, oh goodness me, I don't do any type of event. Just hear me out a moment. All right, so there's a big difference between doing things online and doing things face to face where you actually meet a prospective customer. So what do we mean by live events? If you have products, if you're a product-based artist, then doing things like art fairs, art markets, trade fairs, that sort of thing. Places where you could get your name out there, but actually your work can be seen physically rather than just scrolled through on a feed or watched in the distance on the back of a YouTube video, all right? It's really much more powerful. Is it going to be a little bit more legwork? Maybe it's going to take what perceives like a big amount of your time. But I'm here to tell you, doing the online stuff is just as well. It's going to take just as much time. So they're kind of in the balance. Might it cost you some money? Yes. Might you also make some sales, by the way? Then yes. So you might also do some marketing and some sales at the same event. What if you do teaching? You can run a free workshop, a free demonstration, a free talk. Super simple and the very best way to, again, get your name out there. People can meet you, they can try before they buy, and then you can give them something to sign up to at the end of that. All right, so I used to do and still do a lot of events, live events, somewhere where we can get in front of your prospective audience. They're also a fantastic way to build your mailing list as well. So there we have it. There's the extra freebie. Look out for more videos coming. I'm doing a video coming up specifically on online things and specifically on offline things. We're diving a little bit deeper into those 2 areas as well. So look out for those. Now, if you've really loved this content and you're thinking, oh, I really want to get better at marketing my art, I've liked these strategies you've talked about, but there must be more. Then yes, there are more things you can definitely do. We have a free download link below this video where you can grab yourself a little PDF called 40 Fabulous Ways to Market Your Art. Yes, you heard it right. 40 fabulous ways to market your art. So grab that and you will of course then be on my mailing list and you can get my weekly emails with top tips and very often sign pointing to these YouTube videos. All right, okay, I hope you've loved the content of today's video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, a like, because it really helps my videos be found and my YouTube channel be found. And don't forget also, if you are going to use YouTube, then give us a shout out in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.